Evening, everyone. Would you please rise and join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we do the roll call, so everybody can see, we're down one member. Unfortunately, Nancy Garbino has resigned. A pillar of this community on this board, by my estimation, just about 19 years as a board member. She was a wealth of information, always, as you will know, had an opinion. She was a great asset, and it's going to be very, very tough shoes for this board to fill and for this town to fill. I remember her when she was a reporter in town. Great loss. We wish her the best. Anybody has any other comments or anything I'd like to say? I mean, she was a great member of this planning board and a great active person in the town for years.
Yeah. I sat next to Nancy at my first planning board meeting. She was supportive and encouraging, and would just say, when I get frustrated, she'd be like, hang in there, hang in there.
Yeah.
Wonderful person. And the walking repository of knowledge that she had, that she could bring to so many issues in the town, her knowledge of things that had gone on in the county. There's no placing that.
No,
She's amazing.
80+ years and still going on site walks.
Yes.
All right, Steve, would you take the roll, please?
Sure. Chairman John Curry,
Here.
Vicky Gannon,
Here.
Jack Mattis.
Here.
Bruce Prince.
Here.
Anthony Sutton,
Here.
Christopher Zaberto.
Here.
First, we're for approval of our April 10th, 2024 board meeting minutes. Any,
A motion to approve the minutes.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is, was supposed to be the continuation of public hearing for 24 Ross Drive. And at the request of the applicant, it's been deferred to June. So next, our first public hearing is for Dish Wireless LLC. And I want to ask Steve, have notice has been posted?
Yes, Chairman, the legal notice was posted in the Somer Record on April 25th, 2024. The adjoining property owners were notified via mail on April 4th, 2024. And the sign stating the date and location of the public hearing was posted on the site on April 24th, 2024.
Thank you. For the record, it's an application for a special use permit and a site plan approval on 115 Route 202, otherwise known as 87 Route 202 on the Lincoln Hall prop. Town map 16.5-1-1. Good evening.
Good evening. For the record, again, my name is Christopher Quinn with the firm Pinellas Halpern. I was here last month and here on behalf of Dish Wireless PCS LLC. As I think the board is aware, Dish, and as I mentioned in the previous meeting, Dish is a new telecommunications carrier who's building out its network in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut region. It's proposing a wireless telecommunications facility on the existing pole at this particular property, the Lincoln Hall property. If you're familiar, in the very far back corner of the property, about 700+ feet away from the nearest property line, is this existing facility. Has a number of carriers already on it. What I mentioned, the last one, Dish isn't going to be an additional carrier here. Dish is actually replacing antennas that were previously here. So Dish is taking down the Metro PCS antennas, which are at the top height of the pole. They'll be putting up their antennas in its place, which would be 3 antennas. They're removing at the base, there's a fenced-in compound. They'll be taking out Metro PCS equipment within that section of a squared area of a Metro PCS compound, and they'll be putting their equipment in Metro PCS's place. So that's effectively it in a nutshell. It's a fairly straightforward application from a planning perspective. I think at the end of the day, people probably won't even realize it's there, except maybe someone might realize there's probably less antennas there than there is today by a slight bit, but no real change from what the facility is like.
Thank you. Dave or Steve, any comments?
No comments.
We, at our last board meeting, the board waived some comments in our letter from the code. And the applicant has addressed our one remaining comment. It's a
Okay.
question, so we have no
And
comments.
I'll just ask, is there anybody here from the public that would like to speak on this matter? Any board member comments? Then I'll make a motion. We close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Everyone saw I want to ask, is everybody okay, approving the resolution that was presented
Yes.
This includes the change
with the change?
Yeah.
requested by the applicant?
Right.
Yes.
There were two changes made to the resolution. One with a minor editorial comment that was provided by the applicant that clarified the bond for removal of the equipment. And then the other one's just to reflect that the applicant had provided the information that Mr. Robinson had been looking for as part of that. So that's no longer a condition of the approval.
Okay. Then if everybody's good, I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2024-04 granting of conditional special permit approval to Dish Wireless LLC for the installation of new wireless facility at 115-202 with the changes that were just been discussed.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
thank you.
We'll bring
We'll-
it.
yeah, we'll take it, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Great,
Thank you. Good night, Chris.
Okay, next is a public hearing for the New York State Police Headquarters, 295 Route 100 subdivision application, town map 17-18-1-1.2. This application, the town of Somers Fire District is proposing to subdivide a portion of its property known locally as 295 Route 100 to allow the New York State Police to relocate from their existing local headquarters to approximately 2.5 acre parcel to be created out of the existing 12 plus or minus acre parcel. And Steve, I ask again, was that notice posted and notice in the papers?
The legal notice was published in the Somers Record on April 25th, 2024. The adjoining property owners were notified via mail on April 24th, 2024. And the sign stating the date and location of the public hearing was posted on the site on April 24th, 2024.
Thank you. Does anybody want to, you gave us a pretty good presentation last month. Does anybody want to say anything? No? Fitz? No?
Good.
You're in the lead. You're good.
He's-
Yep, it is a public hearing. I wasn't going to open it yet, but if you wait 1 second, I just wanted to see if either the staff have any comments, and I will open the public hearing.
So
No comments.
Okay, sorry to make you sit back down. Anybody here from the public like to speak?
Yes, my name is Jerry Whitmore. I'm at 4 Amber Lane, which is adjacent to this property. And I didn't receive any notification in the mail or other than a public. No one sent me a notice of what's happening. I have two concerns. Having been a lifelong New York State resident, United States military veteran, retired federal official after 27 years, moved to Somers. We love it here. It's a wonderful town. We think that the New York State police coming next door is a wonderful addition to the town of Somers. My concern is this. I moved here to enjoy the peace and solitude of Somers, New York. And we'd like to know, they can't tell me anything about this plan. No one's revealed anything about the plan. But we're concerned, or I'm concerned, that there should be landscaping between such a facility and our homes. That there's a dividing line there, and there needs to be some sort of scenery, trees, whatever, to separate us from that facility. That's number one. Number two, there are rumors that they're going to use our private road for some sort of state purposes. And we don't know what that is. But that private road is built and kept and maintained by the Somers Condominium Group. And certainly paying taxes, we feel it's private property and don't feel that the state should be using our road, that if they want a road, It should be part of their plan to build such a road for their purposes. And that's my comments. I mean, if you have any questions,
I think that maybe I can answer some of your questions for you tonight. We don't have a site plan in front of us.
right,
It hasn't been, the town is the lead agency. because
Right.
A zoning change was made.
yes,
So in answer to a lot of your questions, a landscaping plan, et cetera, that will be provided in the site plan, which will be provided to us, which we will review, have comments from our staff, comments from amongst ourselves, and there'll be another public hearing.
yes,
At which point, if what you just asked tonight is not adequately answered, then that's what we will address. We have not seen any plans on this facility.
and
The
that,
building, nothing.
Nor will we for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
So this plan and why you were, well, not notified, we'll take a look at why that happened. But the neighbors were notified and public hearings went out, or public notices went out. Because in order for this project even to have any concept to it, we have to ensure that the land it would be built on is appropriate for this purpose.
okay,
Right? And so what we need to do here is approve an application to take a piece of existing land and give it to the state police so that they can then come back to the town and say, this is what we want to do with it. Right? So at this point, all of your concerns are incredibly valid, but we can't do much with it because we don't even know what the state police, and it could take them years to want to go and move forward with this. We don't know yet.
okay,
At least I don't know yet. That's up to the state. But in order for us to lay that groundwork down, this is kind of an administrative function that needs to happen. We need to subdivide this land and approve it. And I believe the fire department or the fire district owns this land, right? And as the landowner, they have to go through these motions. They can't just give their land away, right?
okay,
So your concerns are valid. When the time comes, there'll be another notice of public hearing when there is a site plan review. To the chairman's point, most likely will be done at the town board's level because they're going to be the lead agency. So they may have some discussions. They may kick some information back to us. We'll send them memos. But if any of that changes, by all means, we are required by law to let the town residents know.
okay.
Right.
And
So just so you know, tomorrow night before the town board is a public hearing on this matter. So I would suggest that you make your concerns, voice your concerns so that as whoever's getting together and starting with the actual site plan, they have that information to continue forward.
I understand, and I've been told my concerns are premature. However, I got to just bring up the fact that we have a battery farm over in Mayopac that at the last town council hearing, one of the councilmen was like, how come we didn't find out about this till 6 months later? So I don't want that to happen for this matter. This matter is very important to me because I'm at the end chapter in the book, and I want to continue to enjoy my my life here in Somers, and I would like that property be landscaped off, and I don't want to see the road that we keep being used for state purposes. This whole thing of eminent domain that is occurring across the board with the government is just egregious, and I just want to make my concerns known that I think this is a different town. This is not where I came from. I think they respect property up here, and I'm very happy to be here and support the town. But I just want to make our concerns known. And as a resident who lives right next door to this, I only know from seeing signage and hearing rumors, and I've asked certain town council members, about this, and they told me it's premature, but that's why I'm bringing it. So
No problem.
understand.
And it is premature, but I understand your concerns.
Okay,
If I were you, I would voice them tomorrow night at the town meeting too.
and I will.
Okay,
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
you.
Right.
Coming.
Thank you for your service.
Mhm.
Thank you. Federal government, Army, appreciate that. Thank you.
Either you gentlemen have any comments?
No.
On early any board discussion?
No.
This gentleman being the only public hearing person, I still feel comfortable closing a public hearing because it's going to open up again when we see the site plan, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I make a motion, we close the public hearing, and that's just on this piece. Okay,
On the
on
subdivision.
the subdivision.
Yep. I will.
Second,
Yep.
all in favor?
Aye.
Has everybody had a chance to see the resolution?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, all this is doing is granting of conditional preliminary subdivision approval, and it's resolution 2024-05, Somers Fire District, Town Tax Number, Section 17.18, Block 1, Lot 1.2. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Thank you. That's it. Our next meeting is June 12th, 2024.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.